Good evening, everyone. How are we doing this evening? Hmm? Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing? Okay, so just to prepare y'all in all fairness, this is going to be a very loaded wreath. So this is going to be a kind of long tutorial, a little bit longer than normal, but I will try to go as quickly as possible and still run my mouth because, you know, it's hard to go quick and run my mouth. But y'all seem to like it when I run my mouth, so we're going to do this. All right, let's load our board. Now, I don't know if I've ever told y'all this, but when you're loading the oval board, you have to start to the left of right of center. That way your ruffles and stuff look even. It's like really important. Because otherwise, for some reason, there's a huge gap. So, yep. So how you load your wreath is extremely important. Tina Kelly here. All right, so while people are coming in and having a seat, getting their snack ready, I'm gonna load the board and then I will go over the materials that we'll use. There's a lot. If y'all don't mind, did I count wrong? Oh, if y'all don't mind, send me to the Kentucky Derby, please. Hey, 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 what's going on, everyone? It's Saturday. It's the first Saturday of the month. I'm a happy girl. I finally got my cucumbers. Look out, world, here I come. I'm guilty. I put out an SOS for cucumbers on Facebook. But my husband, who loves me so dearly, I woke up in a lot of pain. Otherwise, I was going to go with him, but he went by himself. And he went to the farmer's market for me. And he came home with veggie delight. I was so happy. He came home with peppers and cucumbers and melons. Ugh. I guess I'll have high test. Something about the weather changing seems to have really affected me with the temperature drastically dropping. Hello, hello, all my friends. Oh, we got corn and peaches. And my daughter likes spicy food, so she got like a smorgasbord of jalapeno peppers, ghost peppers, and woof. I'm like, have at it. If my gastro doctor saw that stuff and thought it was for me, he would automatically book me an appointment. Mm-hmm. All right, my friends. So we're going to load this wreath up, which means we need a firmer base of mesh. Isn't that cool, y'all? So I've cut my mesh 25 inches to go on the outside and 15 to go on the inside. Let me show you the materials that we're going to use. Obviously, I have this really cool Bride of Frankenstein. I decided to do her instead of Frankenstein because we're going to do pink and orange and green. So for the pink and orange, check out these pics, y'all. And then we got some, look at those lollipops, y'all. We got some big old lollipops. I can't say the other. Okay. And then we have some black and white pics because it reminded me of her hair, the gray, the white and black. So I had to get some of these because, like, look, isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. And then to add a little bit of green in it, we got some of these really cool gems. I think we're going to use this side and not that side because I like that side better. Don't y'all think? And then for our ribbon, look at that, y'all. And as always, products, SKUs are in the description. Away we go. All right, so this mesh actually has a tendency to fray just a little bit more. So we're going to give, so that's why I cut it 25 inches too, because we're going to give it just a little extra roll. Not just one, but kind of a little bit more. To keep it to keep the fraying at bay. Hello, everybody. Y'all don't mind. Don't forget to send me to Kentucky Derby. Let people know that I'm live. So I'm moving kind of quick. Moving kind of quick tonight because we got a lot going on. But I'm going to show y'all one more time with this mesh. It frays quite a bit. A little bit more than most. Okay. So instead of just one roll under, we're going to do a couple. 1, 2. Not much. Doesn't need much. And then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And that will keep the fray at bay. I really wanted neon pink, but that's okay. Thanks for the love, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. I thought Tina Kelly was here. Y'all, I went to Hobby Lobby this week, and y'all want to hear how disappointed I was? If anybody's like a serious shopper, you know, when you go shopping, you're serious about your shopping. Am I the only one? Hey, Miss Pam, how are you? I was $16.48 disappointed, y'all. $16.48 disappointed, my friends. All I bought was 3 pumpkins and a spray of fall green, a pick of fall greenery. All right, so all the mesh on the outside is 25 inches. Not my fault. All right, so up next, our mesh is 15 inches on the inside, and you just need 10 pieces of it. And basically, you only need 15 inches because we're just filling it out. My husband is making us $1 million chicken casserole for dinner. Anybody ever have that? It's one of my daughter's favorites. They say it's better to feed a craving than to starve it. Oh, it is so good. I have a question. What is about wreath makers and talking about food? If we're not talking about ribbon and wreath supplies, we're talking about food. Why is that? The mesh came from Unique in the Creek. All the supplies that I get, y'all, you will find at one of two places. You will either find it at uniqueinthecreek.com or the Ribbon Shed. I did need 2 rolls of mesh. Now, if you only want to use 1 roll of mesh, you can. Okay, I like my wreaths really full and thick. So if you want to just use 1 roll of mesh, cut your outside 20 inches and your inside 15. Okay? I am using the oval frame from Unique in the Creek. Am I not seeing Tina Kelly? Am I just crazy? Where's Tina Kelly? Anybody know? Anybody? I guess because I finally list the products now and I'm a fully capable adult, she doesn't think I need her anymore. Oh, Pam, because like I saw this ribbon. I'll show you. I'll show you all the inspiration. Give me just a second. And sometimes it starts with ribbon, right? And this one kind of did. And then it just kind of went from there. No, Tracy has not. And we found out that my husband doesn't mind shopping. He just doesn't want to go shopping with me. I might change it up just a little bit if I was doing a Bride of Frankenstein and a Frankenstein. I might go with a black and white striped mesh for him and change up just a couple of things. Like they had some green and black lollipops, so I would probably use those instead with him. I'd just change up a couple things, but basically they would still look the same. And I would do that just to be fun. The ribbon is from the Ribbon Shed. I have a big shipment of ribbon coming in from Unique in the Creek this week. Ribbon and mesh. Woohoo! Trust the process, y'all. Okay, so this is why I cut my mesh the way I do, because see how thick and full this is? It would be. Let me show you real quick. Like, they have, this is what I'm using. You can get these in different colors, obviously, the spirals. But they had these in green and black, so I would use those instead. And for the guy, I would probably still use this because it matches the hair. And I might use black gems instead for him. You know, change it up a bit. Okay, here is the inspiration for this wreath, y'all. Right here. Green, pink, and orange, and black. Here it is. Ah! And you can get this ribbon in orange, like regular Halloween colors, which is probably what I would do, like Mr. Frankenstein in, is like more of the traditional Halloween colors. Y'all know what I mean? Well, I don't really like shopping alone anymore because of all my back issues. It's just kind of better if somebody's there for the just in case, right? Let me set that there so everybody gets the gist of what's going on here. All right. We're going to cut our ribbon tails. $14 inches. Oh, my husband's been to Hobby Lobby with me. It's not his favorite thing to do. Trust me. All right, we're going to cut 10 of those, 14 inches. And I think I want to use the orange instead. I don't think I want to use that Harlequin. Actually, I'm going to do something different this time. I'm going to cut 5 of these and 5 of the green to put in some color. Because it's already got a lot of pink with the mesh. So My husband will bring me a drink. He'll cook dinner, but he ain't cutting ribbon, y'all. And he ain't gonna make a wreath. I've been trying to get him to try, y'all, for, well, at least 10 years. And he's not about that life. I had him cut ribbon one time, y'all. I love my husband dearly, but it was a disaster. I never wanted his help again. My mistake, I was like, how hard could it be to cut ribbon tails? He proved me. He showed it. He showed me how hard it was to cut ribbon tails. Now, he'll go shopping for the stuff. He used to go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby for me on a regular basis. But other than that, no. No, I went to Hobby Lobby. I was looking for blue pumpkins. They didn't have a blue pumpkin in sight, y'all. And then I went to Michael's, and that was even worse. I didn't buy anything. So I guess I will stick to shopping online. I like to get out every now and then just to get a little bit of inspiration. Y'all know what I mean? Stretch my legs, get a little inspiration, see some new stuff. But it was like Hobby Lobby didn't really like have any new trendy fall stuff. I was really disappointed. It was like same old traditional colors. In case y'all didn't know, I'm an OCD crafter. I got to clean as I go. All right, before I forget, let me get my wreath hanger on here so I don't lose track of top and bottom. I can't help it. You are too, Pam. That's the pot calling the kettle black. No, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Does not have anything to do with it. All right, so we're going to do every other on the orange and green, but of course that one will be all the way around. No, because all the orders, see, a lot of people don't realize that all the orders for stuff for this coming season was placed last year. Like, I know a year in advance what's going to be out this year. So, the stuff was already ordered. It just depends. Sometimes I go backwards. It depends on what inspires me. If the sign inspires me, then I go from there. If the ribbon inspires me, then I go from there. It just depends. It just really depends. I do think that if you're beginning and you have a problem picking out ribbon colors and your signs and whatnot, you probably should start with one ribbon that you like that has all the colors you want to use and then go from there. Some people find it overwhelming. They find a sign they like and then they think they need to have all the colors in the sign with their ribbon, and you don't, because then it's actually overwhelming. Well, that's why I tell people it's kind of like this. If you want to do something blue or something pink and you can't match it, use two different shades that are close with that blue. If I can't match my pinks perfectly, I'm going to use at least two different shades of the pink. Like last week, the fall wreath that I made, I couldn't find all the blues that I like, so I actually used three different shades of blue. And I especially tell people, like with gold, gold is one of the hardest things, and if you can't match up your golds, I recommend using three different shades of gold. But please, please, please stay away from that really cheap looking yellow gold. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It looks really bad. Really, really bad. It's weird. No, it actually looks more yellow than gold. I call it Mardi Gras yellow, Mardi Gras gold. Because you can get away with it in a Mardi Gras wreath, but you ain't going, like, not for Christmas, folks. My daughter now has two dogs that go everywhere with her, y'all. I'm loving, the tails are 14 inches. I'm loving that I did the green and orange instead of the Harlequin. Good choice, Jackie. Good choice. Sometimes you just gotta pat yourself on the back, y'all. Yeah, Tiffany went with me, and she helped me pick out the ribbon. She was hoping for this one in pink. Oh, we take them to, when we go to the ribbon shed, sometimes we'll take them with us. We'll take them traveling with us sometimes. Tiffany loves Halloween. That's her thing. I think she loves the colors and just the fun of it. Tiffany does not. She did not get the crafting gene, my friends. She does drawings, though. Maybe twice. Yeah, just twice. You made me count, Margaret. That's okay. I counted that time. Yeah, just twice. What y'all think? Isn't that nice? We might have to put some more ribbon around her. I think we'll go ahead and do that real quick. And we're just going to do these two, because the ties in the center are closer together, so we don't need a 2.5 ribbon. So I'm going to cut 5 of these ribbon tails, 14 inches, and 5 of the green. I should have went with my gut, but I just kind of wanted to do a look-see. I hate to cut ribbon and then waste it. Measure twice, cut once. I kind of like with this, like, look, I'm here to tell y'all I hate snakes. You are not, I don't care if it's a rubber snake. Like, I'm here to tell you, I won't even touch a rubber snake. So I'm out. I'm out. Because they said that Bride of Frankenstein here needs some spiders and snakes in her hair.
Oh, that was so cool. Oh.
Not happening. Whoever buys the wreath can more than happy. You go right ahead and do what you got to do, boo. But I'm not adding them. No, I can't. Like, no. Seriously, I can't even, like, I don't even like looking at pictures or nothing of snakes. It's that serious, my friends, with me and snakes. Like, no. I'm trying to go fast as possible, y'all, because I don't want to bore y'all to tears. That's what I was thinking, Donna, but you know, whatever. I was like, snakes is more of a Medusa thing. This is Bride of Frankenstein. I'd have to consult Tiffany, like, on that, because, you know, yay or nay. Like, maybe a couple spiders, but, like, no on the snakes. I know people that believe in, like, the snake. I know people that believe in, like, the snake relocation program. Well, it
depends.
But it just needs to go on its merry little way. Because I know it kills the poisonous ones. But, like, Are y'all loving these colors? Like, trust the process. My daughter's anti-pink, y'all. She's okay with it in, like, the neon, though. It would be different, Miss Kelly. It would be. It'd be good for somebody that doesn't mind them. But not Jackie. Not going to happen. Somebody had asked me one, and I just told them, I said, I'm sorry, I just can't. I turned down money, y'all, over a rubber snake. Like, no.
Go into it.
Y'all remember when Fear Factor was on? My daughter's like, would you do that would you go in that for No, 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 no. We would, like, no. Mm-mm. Nope. I'm okay with the neon pinks, but y'all, I just really, like, I don't mind pastels in some things. But most of the time, I'm just really like a bright colored girl. Y'all know what I mean? All right, we got to have a big bow. I like big bows and I cannot. Okay. Oh, Kelly, you go on with your best self. You go on with your best self. Mad props to you, Kelly. So I know who to call if I've got a snake on my front porch. That would be you. You'd come get that thing off my front porch. Because as it stands right now, I have a kind neighbor that comes and takes care of that stuff for me. It's not frozen. People just aren't talking that much. Now we'll put in the pink harlequin, my friends. Are you plotting and planning over there? Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Over the years, y'all, she has taken some of my Halloween stuff and kept it for herself. You know what? I might squeeze something else into this wreath, y'all. I just remembered there's something I have that I made myself. I wonder if we can fit it in there. See what y'all think. Mm-mm. I'll probably just have to save it for another project. Brenda, you're with me. No snakes, not now, not ever, don't ask. Ain't gonna happen. All right, to top this off, we're gonna do 3 loops. Loop-de-loop-de-loops. I don't know if we can fit this on the wreath with her, but we might be able to, y'all. We can try and see. How about that? Because when I make wreath attachments, I kind of make them pretty sizey. Pretty generous in size. I can't help myself, y'all. I'm like big over the top. I can't help it. You think we should squeeze that in there, y'all? Should we see what Tiffany thinks, y'all? She's probably going to take this wreath. I'm just letting y'all know. I did that candy corn wreath, and I had to get her own candy corn. Tina, go on with your bad self, but you got one of those firefighting axes, so there you go. Tina's a firefighter. Tiffany sat there the other day, y'all. I pulled up to the house, and we have this one step on our porch that really bothers me because snakes and lizards love to go up underneath that thing, but you can't tell if it's a snake or a lizard. So Tiffany was in the house, and I pulled up, and I could not tell what was out there. So she comes outside and takes care of business, and she's like, "Where's the hoe?" Like, I don't know where the hoe. My husband done broke the hoe. All right, y'all. This is called a darning needle. Everybody kind of asks every time and this is what I use to pull my pipe cleaners. It's a yarn needle. That's basically all it is. Darning needle. Darn it. Okay, and this is where we're at. And I like my bow off to the side. Okay. Because it keeps the wreath looking round. If you put, like, you have to do certain things if you put the bow straight at the bottom. To keep your wreath looking round. It's not a leather needle. This is a darning needle that I have. And yeah, a leather needle, they're really, really long. Woodwork. You just gotta make sure it's got a big enough eye on it that your pipe cleaner fits through. Tina, when are you gonna quit studying? Like, seriously, like. Sit back, enjoy your job for a minute, quit studying. Does that happen? You know, it's kind of like getting somewhere and sitting back and enjoying the view. You ever get a chance to do that? By the way, y'all, if you could kind of listen to your ribbon while you're listen to it while you're fluffing your bow, it'll just kind of tell you where it needs to go, whether it needs to go left, right, up, down, sideways. Hold on just 1 second. I'll flip the wreath over and show you what set of holes I use to place the bow. Let me finish floofing my bow. Because we got to fluff it up, y'all. I do, Stephanie, on here this time of year, I do a lot of this craft show quickie wreaths to help, like, for those that do craft shows this time of year. All right, so here we go. We're going to flip this over, and here's your center. 1, 2 over. Don't forget, like, actually on the right hand side. All right, my friends, are we going to figure out how to fit? I don't think we're going to be able to fit this pumpkin in. Maybe. We'll see. Because I got a lot of stuff, y'all. All right. Next up. All right, so I have a metal hole punch. That's what I prefer to use. I've never had anyone complain ever that they see the pipe cleaner. So oh, thank you. No to the pumpkin, y'all. Save it for another project. Okay. I did. I made the pumpkin. All right, so I bet at the bottom we're going to need 2 pipe cleaners because I'm going to put her a little bit higher in the wreath. So on how I made the pumpkin, I think I have a templates, but I'll show you. I cut the templates and it's actually 3 layers. Well, Pam, I'll send it to you. It's actually 3 layers. So there's the bottom one is all orange, and then the next one's the Harlequin, and then the top. So I just covered this with felt, then the Harlequin material, and that with felt. Pam, I think I still have your address. Okay. All right. I think I want to put her pretty high in the wreath. Kind of high. Not too high. I don't want to put her up too high because the lollipops are pretty big and they're going to take up a lot of real estate. I'll send it to you, Pam. You know I would.
Okay.
She's plotting and planning, y'all. There actually is a video on my YouTube channel on how to make the pumpkin. My YouTube channel is Jackie's Wreaths and Things. And let me kind of, because most people do the Jackie's Wreaths and Things wrong. They put and instead of the and symbol. Pam, we need to catch up sometime. You know that? I feel bad. It's like the whole world gets busy and I miss my friends. But it's like I know a lot of my friends have grandbabies. You know. Usually with a tutorial that I do have templates. I do. Pam, I taught this tutorial when I had my group. You should somewhere have a template. I don't think you're going to get any help on that front. Well, you have to at least let me get a picture of it before you go thieving. Can you at least do that? Yeah, I'll do something with my child over here. The wreath is gone. My daughter has claimed it in the name of her better interests. Okay, where's my wire cutters? I'm trying to go quick, y'all. All right, always start with your biggest elements. And why did I close the lid on my trash can, y'all? I'm sitting over here acting like I didn't need that anymore. They should, Donna. They should. Donna's like, there's a lot of money in this wreath. You want, you pay. Pay to play.
All right, how much you wanting?
I don't think you want to buy it. You need to be glad that your mom does this.
What?
Tiffany, you can't afford me.
How much you wanting? 100, 200?
You can't afford me. You're cute, though. That'll get you far, but you can't afford me, kiddo.
300?
Tiffany, this is a $225 wreath. Stop it! My daughter's like, she's crazy, y'all. Okay. So we don't need all the stick on the pumpkin or on the lollipop, but we do need a sizable amount to make sure it stays in the wreath. And to make sure the wreath stays balanced, y'all, we're going off to an angle. With our lollipop. And I might cut the stick all the way off. I don't think we need the stick at all. I might cut the stick all the way off. Okay, and then to balance this, what you want to do, y'all, in general, is kind of like make a triangle with your goodies. You want to make sure they kind of don't go left to right. So I'm gonna put the other one, I think right here. I think. Yeah, we're not gonna need all that stick, y'all. What do y'all think about these big lollipops?
Pink? Cute.
Are y'all feeling them? I might need to put this one up a little, just up a little bit. Isn't that sharp? All right, so I'm going to cut quite a bit of this steak off. And then we're going to put these in super easy. Super easy. Now, I will tell you, if you don't feel good about what I'm getting ready to do, pull the stick all the way out and replace it with a pipe cleaner, hot glue it in. Okay, but all we're going to do, we're going to put some hot glue on the stick. And we're going to put a little bit on the back. And we're going to slide that right back in there. All right. Yeah, my hot glue gun's saying replace me, I think. All right, next up. We got some gems, y'all. You're bad. My daughter over here going, will it fit?
I buy it. Are you?
I just don't know if we'll like it, so. We shall see. Just hold that thought in there. I need you to just stay there for a minute. A boot bun. I don't know that I like the gems, y'all. Maybe just 2 of them. We'll see here in a minute. Right now, we're just aborting that mission. They're the right color. Kind of disappointed now. I really wanted them to work. I don't think anybody's feeling them. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying, stop, Jackie, don't. I love the gems, but we might just have to use them on a different project. All right. I am definitely putting these in there. She thinks they're too big, y'all. They might work now. Yes, I love a good curly pick. Curly. It just really does something. Look, Lynn, don't go feeding my flex tube addiction. Mm-mm. I got some black and white flex tube I could use instead of the. All right, we're going to try this one last time, my friends, and then if it doesn't work, we're not doing it. But it might work now that we got and it's not so green. I think it looks better now. Now it's not so stand out green. What y'all think? I can't get that sit there to get a look. Mm-mm. What y'all think now? Maybe just the 2? No, we'll put the 3. I see it now. I can see it now. All right, so what we're going to do to secure these in, we're going to grab some pipe cleaners. Okay. And we're going to make sure our top is on really, really good, y'all. Do that. I'll get them in there, Lynn. I'll get them in there, you see. You'll see, I'll get it in there that far. All right, so as y'all can see, we kind of want to pull that in pretty far. So I'm going to the inside row to put my pipe cleaner in. Because I want to make sure that I pull this pretty far down into the wreath. These gems are actually really affordable. I think I only paid like a couple bucks a piece for these. Tina, I wish I could just send you a shipment of cool stuff. I did. I got them at the ribbon shed. I'm going to kind of hot glue these onto this gem to kind of cover it up a little bit. Y'all know what I mean? Kind of keep them in place. That way it's not so green. Susan, are you Canadian? If y'all aren't following the Ribbon Shed, really need to follow the Ribbon Shed on Facebook. All right. Well, shipping's not that bad from Kentucky to Arizona, ma'am. I've shipped a couple of things to Arizona. $125, Susan. But we have a special coupon code this weekend that y'all need to go check out. Yay, we made the green gems work. Kind of proud of that. I am a determined crafter, y'all. My daughter will tell you that.
Yeah.
9.5 times out of 10, I usually get my way and get my stuff to go the way that I want it to. We just spike in a couple of these, make sure it's not going to ruin my look here. I don't think it's going to, y'all. But I just want to kind of double check here. Nope, we're good. I always like to double check because sometimes it may look this way in my mind. And then it's like, no, that did not work out. But it did. Now, I don't think I took too long to make this, did I? Oh, my husband's saying a lot of foul things. He says I'm determined, obsessed, OCD, over the top. Well, he still loves me, y'all. As long as he doesn't have to go shopping with me. If a lot of y'all are wanting to see how I would do Frankenstein, I'll get the materials and show you how I would do this for a double door. Did I ever tell y'all when we first got married, I had my ribbon racks in our bedroom, literally in our bedroom, because my live area was in our basement area, and that's where our bedroom was at. And my husband would wake up in the morning, and the first thing he would see is rolls of ribbon, y'all. So he knew exactly what he was getting into. I really think that black and white just kind of looks like her hair. Don't y'all? Some people are watching. I'm streaming on 3 different platforms, Miss Janet. I'm streaming on Unique in the Creek. I'm streaming on the Ribbon Shed as well. And I'm also streaming on Unique in the Creek YouTube. That's why when I answer questions, I'm trying really, really hard to repeat the question so y'all know what I'm talking about. Ta-da! What do y'all think? I told you we were going to make an over-the-top wreath tonight. Did y'all doubt me? Never doubt me. Well, y'all, it is August, and I actually have a lot of amazing projects picked out for us this month already. And for those that do craft shows, I do have those craft show quickies that I'm going to mix in. Okay, from time to time. And now I'll do the Frankenstein one like it was going to be double door. Okay? I told you I need to get a picture of that first.
Imagine it on my wall.
My daughter's like, oh, there's a good thing. There's 2 doors in my apartment downstairs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and thank y'all so much for hanging out and joining me. I will see y'all Wednesday next week. Same time, same channel, same person on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.